Jaguar Land Rover has been the undisputed star of this year's Frankfurt Motor Show, unveiling not one but 3 new concept cars, all designed here in the Midlands.
Yes, yesterday it was a modern version of the classic E-Type Jag. Today, the DC100 concept car, successor to the iconic Land Rover Defender, a favourite of farmers the world over. Well, our correspondent Peter Plisner has been in Frankfurt and sent us this report.
The undoubted star of this year's show, the CX-16 two-seater sports car, described as the spiritual successor to the E-Type. It's the car many Jaguar fans have been waiting for.
The E-Type is such an iconic car. To slavishly reproduce that could be a mistake. I mean, it's worked very well for brands like Mini, where they've gone back and revisited their heritage enormously successfully. But I think the pressure is on Jaguar to really reinvent itself and to be more modern.
But Land Rover too was doing its best to steal the show with the rebirth of another iconic model, this time in the shape of the new DC100 concept. The Defender has a successful 63-year history. It's effectively the model that gave Land Rover its name. Jaguar Land Rover's already announced that production of the Defender at its Solihull factory will end in 2015. This DC100, or something similar to this, will replace it. For the company's design director, refreshing the Defender hasn't been easy.
So I think it's about recognising that heritage, the uniqueness of that vehicle, but it needs to be firmly looking forward, because there are things that we couldn't do today that were done back then, particularly in terms of legislation, etc.
Although it was well received, it's clear that the DC100 and its sportier sister, also unveiled today, are taking Land Rover in a new direction.
There's a lot of new Land Rover owners, and if you remember the press conference, they were talking about some staggering new markets. They're looking at China, they're looking at Russia, they're looking at South America. The market is moving on. We're not just talking about Warwickshire farmers here.
For JLR's Indian owners, Tata, it was clearly a big day, and Chairman Ratan Tata, on hand to witness the unveilings, talked exclusively to Midlands Today.
There's a lot of promise, a lot of excitement in what we have, in new products coming from the company. I think this is just a teaser, if I might say so.
Having survived one of the toughest recessions in their collective history, Jaguar and Land Rover are now powering ahead. Today's unveilings show just how quickly that's happening.
Yeah, an exciting day there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
for,
especially at a time
Jaguar
when the
Land Rover.
economic world seems to be closing in all the time.
And they don't seem to put a foot wrong, do they? Which is good news.
We actually hope to be talking to Peter live in Frankfurt in a few moments from now.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Technical problems a little bit at the moment. Well, still to come tonight. Change